On April 8th, 2014, Nintendo unleashed an online presentation that showered fans the world over with 39 minutes of Super Smash Bros. Gloriousness, including the official announcement of 5 more fighters, some veterans, some newbies, none of them me. No, not me, M-I-I, this. And I don't mean my specific me. Any me you have on your system should be a playable fighter. I've long considered the Miis to hold their own in the Nintendo character pantheon, and I will be shocked, I tell you, if they're not in the new Super Smash Bros. Heck, I was surprised they weren't in the last game. It seems like such a no-brainer. It's an instant character creator. Want to kick Mario's butt as Chuck Norris? Or Admiral Akbar? Mr. Penis Face? How about the Reginator? Now you can. Of course, that's probably why Nintendo didn't go for it last time and might not go for it this time. It's probably concerned with players using copyrighted or penis-faced characters online, but if that's the concern, it can always restrict the Miis from competing online, or better yet, limit them to online bouts with people in your friends list. So come on, Nintendo! If Miis can race in Mario Kart 8, then they can fight in Super Smash Bros. Make it happen. Besides, being able to customize our fighter's appearance would go really well with the recently revealed ability to customize its moves, no? It would also go really well with being able to customize stages, if, you felt like bringing that back. Speaking of customization, let's talk about the Villager. Pretty cool that we get to play as the little dude from Animal Crossing, huh? Except, odds are that's not what your little dude from Animal Crossing looks like. Wouldn't it be neat if you could import your unique Villager? Or even the custom outfits you design in the Able Sisters shop? Granted, it would probably look low-res and junky on the Wii U, but it would likely be fine for the 3DS. Hopefully we at the very least get an option to play as the female Villager, and considering that there's a male and female option for the Wii Fit Trainer, I'd say that's likely. But what other alternate costumes might we see? And when I say alternate costume, I'm not talking a simple palette swap. Yeah, it's a ton more work for the developers to model an entirely new outfit, but I really don't care. I want what I want. And it's not unprecedented. In addition to the aforementioned male and female Wii Fit Trainer, Wario had both his overalls and his WarioWare jean jacket look in Smash Bros. Brawl, so hey, it could happen. We know there's a wireframe version of Little Mac in the game, and while that's a little closer to a palette swap than an alternate costume, a texture swap, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, it's still real cool. So, alternate costumes. Samus is obvious because she has a ton of different suits. Varia, Fusion, Gravity, Phazon, Light, Dark. Zero Suit Samus could have her Justin Bailey purple leotard complete with big green hair. Her various best ending outfits from throughout the series. The Metroid 2 outfit should keep the Game Boy green colors. And her civvies from Other M. Oh, by the way, rocket boots I could swing with, but rocket heels? Really? Forget sexism, they just look dumb. They don't even work right. Seriously, look at this. Isaac Newton is rolling over in his grave at that law of motion infraction. One might think those jet boots are just an excuse to put Samus in heels. Ooh, speaking of jet boots, alternate costumes for Mario and Luigi. Yeah! And Yoshi. And Bowser can have a Dennis Hopper costume. And that goofy-looking T-Rex he transforms to at the end of the movie. Moving on, Link has a lot of looks. Oni, Dark or Shadow, various armors, his Twilight civvies, his Skyloft civvies. Speaking of which, the Skyward Sword version of Zelda would make a nice alternate costume for her. Toon Link has his Wind Waker PJs and his conductor outfit, which is already in the 3DS version. Just saying. Oh, and how about the wall art Link from Link Between Worlds? I don't know how that would work, but I want it. Alright, what about Olimar? Well, his alts could be the various leaders throughout the Pikmin series. Louie, the President, Alf, Brittany, and Charlie. On a side note, it was revealed that Olimar attacks with a rotating crop of Pikmin, starting with red, then yellow, blue, white, purple, and back to red. And the winged Pikmin are used in his recovery move, but what about the rock Pikmin? I can excuse the absence of poison Pikmin, but rock Pikmin better be in there somewhere, or I will pout. Oh, and I want Pikmin 4 to use that really cool Play-Doh-like style used in a lot of the second game's promotional art. Sorry, went off on a tangent there. What was I talking about? Oh, Mii's. Yes, they should be playable fighters. So, who else would I want to see? Well, the game's being developed by Bandai Namco, so Pac-Man's got to be in there somewhere, right? I mean, Pac-Man is to Namco what Mario is to Nintendo, what Sonic is to Sega, what Mega Man should be to Capcom. He's got to make an appearance, right? Of course, if you use the original 2D arcade Pac-Man, I don't know how he would work. As an assist trophy, no problem, but as a playable fighter? I don't know. I guess you'd have to go with something a bit more accommodating to animation like this guy. With the Hanna-Barbera incarnation as an alternate costume, and the original arcade cabinet art, and Miss Pac-Man. Ugh. Well, the power pellet should at least be an item. You collect it and the other characters turn blue, and 100% is added to their damage meters, and you have a handful of seconds to chase him down and try and smash him out of the arena. Captain Falcon! Should be a shoo-in, but you know what would be really neat? I'd like to see him as a driver in Mario Kart 8. And Sonic, too. But he doesn't get a kart, he has to run. And Mega Man, but he can ride on Rush. Rush has kart and bike mode, and he can transform into various modes for underwater, anti-gravity, and hang gliding section. Okay, new Smash characters. I'd like to see Amaterasu from Okami. The gamepad and the Wii remotes could potentially do some really cool Celestial Brush stuff. Come to think of it, the Wii U can handle a gamepad and 4 controllers simultaneously, so 5-player Smash? Asynchronous play where the person with the gamepad controls which items appear where and when? Could happen. Oh, and Capcom? New Okami for the Wii U, please. Touchscreen? Celestial Brush? Yeah? Yeah. I would totally geek out over Mike Jones from Star Tropics. But you know who I want to see more? Simon Belmont. The NES version. Of course, the later versions and the guy on the Nintendo Power cover could make interesting alternate costumes. Even this doofus. Of course, if we have the Captain N version of Belmont, we need the Captain N version of Link, too. And Zelda. And Pit. And Mega Man. And Donkey Kong. Wow. Oh, and Yoshi should have his rainbow vomit attack from Super Mario Sunshine. Oh, I could go on for hours. Wait, no, don't fade out, I'm not done yet. I still want to see Earthworm Jim, and Beautiful Joe, and Rayman, and the felines from Monster Hunter could show up as an assist trophy, and wouldn't it be cool if Devil Joe popped out of a Pokeball? And I didn't tell you about my idea for a gender swap mode!